Everyone's gone off and Joe's got into the lead. You fucking fucked me off. That's what just overtaken either. YOLO.
Somebody's standing still in the middle of the fucking corner.
Sensational. No, Dom's not here.
Next.
Whoa.
Come on.
Are we going without Dom? What's going on? Where is the World Championship leader? Where is the World Championship leader?
Having a clue.
Play my game.
He's constipated.
And the session comes to a close with the paddock in absolute shock. Wingsman, full second over the rest of the pack. Martyn second. He'll be happy to take 2 bonus points and close that gap on Dom a little bit on the Saturday result to stand any chance in Abu Dhabi.
We're gonna die.
Grid at the Austrian Grand Prix.
Will win.
Earlier in the season the weather was kind, it was dry conditions. Not so the case here in the 19th round, the penultimate round of this World Championship. We have still got 4 men in with a chance. Will we come to finish? Right now, and away we get an Austria, and pulling away from pole position is Wingsman. Will the championship rival? And he's going through, look at that, where is Martyn? He's went swamped, he's stopped all the way down to 4th. Wingsman's been swamped. And those guys are intermediate. You think beware, because look at that, Martyn shoots through into the lead of the group. He's the lead, and that's Paul up to second place. Or is it? Coming up towards the hairpin, but at the moment it is Martyn leading the way. In second place is Paul, and we've seen him drive out this in the wet before, and he is Scottish, he knows all about the rain. So at the moment Martyn leading the way, Paul in second place, Martyn drops to third. He was so slow away from the light, unbelievably slow. Somehow recovered from fourth back up to third, and that is not good enough for him at the moment, and he knows it. Martyn sits in third as he gingerly slides away down. Chris Johnson is a stunning start. He's up to 4th. That was one of the championship drivers. Comes fifth. Absolutely everything. Second. He's in fact. He's going to win this Grand Prix. And hope the guys behind struggle.
And wide out the last one.
I never thought it was possible for Paul to have a chance going into this final race. But if he can make the move and lead this Grand Prix, he might just. 100% sure of the mathematics, but with Dom Smith not in this, so at the end of the,
I believe he'd be right. Right, he'd have a chance in the last race of still being in the hunt.
and we got Ferrari running off at Paul. In fact, as I say that, his chances are getting slimmer and slimmer by the second. The Ferrari is trampling off, slides straight off the track onto the runoff, and that's the commentator's cup. Paul slides down the order, agonising. His optimism has been absolutely crushed, and the Force India boys must be thinking there'd be another victory on here. Storming away at the front.
Head and Wingsman are together at the back, both off.
Cool.
Look at the damaged driver.
And Paul in third. There's so much going on in this Grand Prix already, and Martyn is now right with Martyn. There's a lot of action going on throughout the field, but Martyn is now with the Force India. This could be a championship defining moment. Can he find a way past the Force India? Oh, he's lost it! Whoa, a huge slide there for Martyn. Pure spin there, nearly doing pirouettes round and round and round, but somehow keeps it pointing in the right direction, and he knows he has to be cautious. He did off-road, and he somehow keeps the car pointed in these difficult conditions and maintains a major slide for the Williams driver. Paul in third then, and right behind him the Mercedes man Chris Johnson beginning to hunt him down now. Behind that, there's fights in twos at the moment. Joe under pressure from Bartu in the fight for 5th and 6th. Fighting 1 and 2 at the front, they're fighting 3rd and 4th, they're fighting 5th and 6th. Absolutely brilliant stuff. They might be fighting for what, 7th and 8th at the back as well, or 8th and 9th, sorry. Picking up a lot of pressure from Bartlett, he is right with them, and that looks to be the closest action on the track at the moment. The Scottish driver who kept the Scots so well in the rain, and Bartlett is really beginning to push you on now. Trying to get him to push on and maybe try and make a move. Bartlett then into the final 2 corners. King Red Bull hoping to get into the final turn. Bartlett retired here earlier in the season. It may actually have been with a collision with Joe, I'm not 100% sure. I think it may have been with Joe at the final turn. And these two have history. And Bartlett has a lot more traction, it appears, in that Red Bull, and is right up behind the Ferrari. And we might be about to see a move here as they climb towards turn 3, pulling out of the spray. It's Bartlett, can he make a move on the brakes? No, cards are all covered. Robbing in the Bartlett will struggle to get past in the wet conditions. Is there a move coming anytime soon? In fact, he's through! Never mind a move coming, he's through! Martyn is up into the lead of the Grand Prix. I did not see that. What has happened to Martyn? Martyn takes the lead in this Grand Prix, and not just that, he's now taking the lead in the championship for run 5 and straight back through. Goes from Martyn, thank you very much. And Martyn loses the lead of the race and the lead of the Drivers' Championship in a flash. Unbelievable drama here in Austria. Up into the first corner. Can he now make the move down the straight? And look, Mike's run very, very wide. This could be the moment. Martyn sides it, previous lap, and he goes to finish it to the inside. Up the hill they go. Martyn has to break late. Tries to put down the outside. Breaks late. Goes off the track, and Martyn sweeps through into the lead of the 19th round of the World Championship, and going into the final round of the World Championship will never standing. Martyn sweeps through, and it's a decisive moment. Ricky Shinley again. After the Williams, almost trying to fight them off the road. Martyn's for none of it this time, and he takes the lead of the Grand Prix, and surely he won't look back from here now. So many twists and turns in this World Championship, and I think that might be the final one. Martyn moves up into the lead, but he is still under some serious pressure, and these weather conditions are so variable. He's got to take it corner by corner, but Martyn now is where he wants to be, the clearest part of the field, and Martyn is where he wants to be. Now, Martyn has to put up with a wall of spray, try and make the move, but at the moment he's dropping to lead this race with 6 laps to go. It's now second for Martyn. Chris Johnson is third, Paul 4th, Joe 5th, and still Bartlett stuck behind that Ferrari at 6th. Oh, Martyn very nearly hit the pit wall there. Wow! He actually turned in and turned away. Whoa, that was close. That was very close. And yep, John saying there, that is absolutely correct. Paul will be out of this World Championship, and I'm not surprised by that. And that is it, Paul being out of this World Championship, 1 race before its ending. Previous scenario.
Anybody up to time, Mike?
And there's still 5 laps to go. And who knows, maybe Martyn will fall off the road. Maybe
Joe.
fall off the road.
Bartlett's mentioned past
Fall off the
Joe.
road. Who knows, Paul still has a road, sure.
I hadn't realised what's happened.
Well, an entry on the track. Whose entry is that? I'm having a look down through the field at the moment. Not Bartlett's. Joe's entry. So we rejoin Martyn at the front. He's applying late pressure, but it's far too late. Surely Martyn is going to negotiate the cars and bring it home here for an 8th win of the season. A 2nd win this season for Williams on this match. The other one came for Tom Smith. Martyn rounds the final corner and deals a big blow into Dom's title chances. He takes the championship lead going into the final round of the championship. 27 points here this weekend compared to Dom's 0, and into a solid drive, but probably a disappointed Martyn, unable to pick up a 3rd victory of the season. Chris Johnson 3rd, still isn't outside in the World Championship. Paul does not. He will no longer stand a chance in this World Championship. To lead you the standings going into the final round. Second place, as we said, 1.2 down. Chris Johnson third. Paul no longer in with a shout in fourth. Bartud fifth after a messy race with Joe in sixth. Mr. John in Petrolhead 7th and 8th. Wingsman some 58.4 seconds off the victory, despite being a second for everyone else. Remarkable stuff there. Martyn leading the way, took that position at the end of the last event as Dom Smith was away, changing his name to Owen Rodriguez. Martyn on 273, Dom Smith on 270, and Chris Johnson on 255. And Martyn popped his car into the 1 minute 42 of 42.9 is the Williams man. The gig. Goal! And then look at that! Wow! Dom Smith comes in and flexes his muscles into after a 1 minute 42.6 is the Williams one at the top. Oh, and well, we can't expect on our hands here for the race tomorrow. Look at that. A 142.6 takes the 3 points, and the gap is now 1 point going into tomorrow's finale here in Abu Dhabi. Quite remarkable in TGP2. Oh, that's fine. Oh God, this is it. Team drama in TGP1. We had 4 men fighting it out. Then it became 3 into the final round, and the exact same thing has happened here. Primarily the 2 Williams boys in the front 3 places, and Chris Johnson, and with slim chances all the way down the field. When the lights go out, we will find out the world champion in TGP this year. Lights out, away we go, and pulling away from Paul is Dom Smith. Will he hold the lead into the top first corner? The answer is yes, and Martyn has lost a few places. Not just that, he's gone wide, and he's dropped all the way to what must be 4th from 5th place. A disaster.
I got my owing Dom.
Someone's off to the back.
Martyn's down to 4
Dom Smith leading
and
the
Dom
way.
in the lead.
Second
We've got
place is
contact.
Mike.
Sorry, Dom.
One of the Ferrari's off, but that is surely music to Dom here. This is exactly what he wants. And yeah, that is 4th place for Martyn. Things look rosy for Dom Smith early on. I said that yesterday, but on Monday at TGP1 in turn 3, I said the exact same thing. Right now, James will win the championship. Right now, Dom will win the championship. And that's what happened in TGP1. And it's and if they stay this till to the end, it will happen again. Dom Smith will be world champion. And I tell you what, we're in for a brilliant race. This is brilliantly set up. It really is. Dom Smith, we've seen it all season. Not great at handling pressure. But I tell you who's under pressure at the moment. It's Mike Noon. Look at that. The Red Bull of Bartud all over the back of them. Riding the car. Charging a bull. Look at the charging bull right onto the tail of him. And look at the rear stepping out on that 4th end there. And I tell you what, Bartud wants to stay in this World Championship. He's having a look at Mike Noon through the right-hander. That's supposed to be single file. Look at that dramatic stuff round the outside. Surely not. Bartud, what a move that is. He's still back wheels. Side by side under the bridge. What a move from Bartud. Sorry. Oh no. Now they make contact. Martyn squeezing up tight and more contact. Championship leader round. The championship leader is facing the wrong way. Things are looking even better for Dom Smith. Martyn is round and all the way down at the back of the pad. And surely, let's hope, not surely, up in smoke here in Abu Dhabi. He's right at the very back.
Just been contact there with the front wing.
He's in the pit.
I thought that. Front wing.
I think it was
Did he actually hit a wall as he was enjoying it, as he was trying to get going again?
New front wing needs a set of playing cars. He's going to the end now, and he's going to have to dig extremely deep. He might even need a safety car now if there's any chance. Let's just recap what happened. Bartud pulled a sensational move round the outside at the right-hander before you reach the hotel, then through the left-hander and under the bridge. They were banging wheels side by side, he and Mike Noon. Then up against the bow. I'm not sure if Bartud squeezed Mike Noon a little bit too much. They need contact, and Then, I believe, I'm trying to think what happened again. Then Martyn came up along in the scene and made contact with, was it Michael or Bartlett? I'm not sure. One of the two went for a... We need a replay of that. But it's, in the end, all that matters is Martyn is all the way down in 10th place and in last. The worst possible thing that could happen. And Dom Smith will be grinning now. He leads this race and just has to stroke it home. Yeah, Dom is under some pressure here from Bartlett. Bartlett, I did say he wants to get in amongst it, and he's going to get right onto the tail of Dom Smith. The big question is Dom Smith going to fight with Bartlett? Bartlett, let's not lie, has a reputation for contact, and no, he lets him go. Dom Smith lets Bartlett go into the lead of this race, and now the Red Bull man is on course for a third win of the season. Well. I thought he might let him through, but I didn't think he would make it that easy for the Scottish driver, and he sails through into the lead of the race. So, Bartlett takes the lead, Dom Smith drops the second, but still well in control of this World Championship. There's definitely a long way to go in this race. This is not over yet, not by any stretch of the imagination in my opinion. And that's me not just trying to be a promoter, I'm being serious. I think Martyn has got to keep pounding on, and he might be able to put Dom...
Joe Pitch.
Martyn, is that Joe in the pit line?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
Joe. He's going to have a long stop as well.
Going to be relative to Joe, because let's face it, the other Williams is relatively close to Joe on the track before the pit stop, so that's going to be quite important. Where is Martyn relative to Joe? He's actually quite a long way back. He really is quite a long way back. So Martyn is really going to have to pound in fastest lap after fastest lap here. He really is.
I think the
Championship hopefully fading. Martyn is in the pits now, he puts the prime cars on, the Red Bull up on the jack, and he's actually been forced to wait for the Williams there, forced to wait for Dom Smith Williams, but he is away now. Solid stop from Red Bull, that is enough, they have the cushion, and the Red Bull man rejoins the track now, he goes underneath his unique pit lane. First World Tunnel, I actually want to ride on board with Dom Smith. How badly is he shaking and struggling? He nearly hits the pit wall there, that's why I wanted to join on board with him in case he was hitting that pit wall there on the way out of the pit. So Dom Smith apparently so has it all under control and is heading for victory. Where is Martyn now though? That's the crucial question.
I think he's going to get petrol out. I don't think he's going to get those. He might just come out just behind him.
We're going to watch now as Martyn, where is he? As Joe and Paul are going to go dueling, two Ferraris going to go racing in a moment. They're actually going to ride on board with that for the moment. We'll see where Martyn is in a moment. Joe in the DR, both in the championship for all season. It's been swinging one way and the other, and in the final round of the championship, it's swinging into his favour. The two Ferrari boys fighting for honour. Joe up the inside, makes the move, stick on Paul. England against Scotland, and England went on this occasion. He's going to go right back into the DRS and slips in his teammate right back. Is it into the bench for the Scottish driver? He's on the outside. Joe breaks a little bit later, covers the inside and maintains that position and moves up into fifth. But look at this, great racing between the two Ferraris. Paul's going to try and sneak round the outside. The hell now towards the hotel where it gets a little bit fiddly. Single file stuff they say through here. Well parted and it can be across at times when they made contact. So Paul right up behind Joe as they go into the final two corners. One right-hander followed by another. Can he try and retake that place on his teammate as they power across the start line to begin yet another lap? And that Ferrari Paul is that Ferrari pit wall is looking all the more anxious by the minute here.
Chris is in. Bartlett retakes the lead. According to the race director, John is yet to hit. Knowing the accuracy of it, it could be a bit off, but it seems
I don't think it is.
Same strategy as Chris.
Since the Grand Prix, we've seen it a lot. They've actually been doing that. Petrolhead, John's teammate, actually influenced the race. And we're going to pick up the Ferraris now. Joe, yellow button. Chris is actually popped out in front. Look at that. He's split the Ferraris and Paul will be disgusted by that. Absolutely disgusted. Now the three cars might be queuing all the way down the straight here. The Mercedes power surely with the DRS he's going to ease past Joe, and an agonising is back for Ferrari. Through he goes, and Paul might follow through. Joe up the inside, tries to take back the Mercedes immediately, but look at that, Chris has the high ground, squeezes out the Ferrari, and now Paul's going to go through as well. Joe, absolutely no traction on the rumble strip, and Paul, taking no counsel, shoots through as well. Joe, they're going to go dueling again on the brake, almost three wide, barely avoids contact, and Chris Johnson is the man of the move. He takes the Ferraris and moves up into fourth place. He's the jockey on the horse, he's got them under the thumb, and he moves up into fourth place. Fifth for Paul now, and Joe drops all the way to sixth. Great drama, great action in this top place. I'll pitch the leg between the two Ferraris, and Chris is just adding to it. And surely, Chris Johnson gets any closer, gets within range to put him under any threat whatsoever. Dom will not just move out of the way, he'll probably jump out of the way. And Chris Johnson at the back of him now, and I don't think Dom Smith will put up too much of a fight. Well, he put up more than a fight when he did to Bartwood, I don't know. Maybe because of Bartwood's record with incidents, that's why he jumped out of the way so quickly. We'll have to wait and see what he's thinking. Or was it just because of Bartwood's record with incidents? We'll soon see as Chris Johnson gets closer and closer to the back of Dom Smith. Remember, a collision, a spin for Dom Smith will bring Martyn right back into this. We'll soon see. This is where he allowed the other man through. This is where he allows Bartwood through. He doesn't allow Chris Johnson through here. What is he not close enough though? As Dom Smith runs wide, is he allowing him through now? Not much of a fight. Yep. Chris Johnson into the hairpin, through road, into second place. And in fact, no! Look, he's coming back at him! He's going to come back at him! And back comes Dom Smith! Well! If there's an incident between these two now, Dom Smith might have the only other still to play. He's got the DRS open! He's lost the place to Chris Johnson. In fact, you can see it there. He hit the brakes, the DRS is shut, and he's given way and will maintain first place, it appears. But just staying within 10 seconds is all he wants to do. Bartwood continues to build the lead at the front. Chris Johnson now into second, but really it's going to be a second place for Dom Smith because he has a 10-second penalty. Let's try and pick up Bartwood then as he rings it through the final sector of this World Championship. To end this room, the sun sets on Abu Dhabi. And then rounding the penultimate corner now. And he's sliding already, he's leading across the track, he knows he's got it. The Scottish driver wins for the first time this year. Martyn wins in Abu Dhabi. But more importantly, we wait for our world champion. Chris Johnson drops his second, but in the night sky of Abu Dhabi, as the sun begins to set, here is the star. It's Dom Smith winning it. A remarkable achievement. He had a major setback last time out in Austria. He's 2 times right here this weekend and secured a third world crown. Chris Johnson in the end is the man who comes fourth with his penalty. So Dom Smith did get second. Joe fifth. Sixth for Mr. John. Seventh for Petrohead. Martyn ends up down in eighth. I don't know what happened on that final lap. Wingsman ninth and last. But the big story here in Abu Dhabi is all about Smith, the world champion for the third time. Well done, Dom Smith.
Fifth place.
On right now, I want to have a word. Sensational stuff, and well done, Bartwood. His third win of the season, a remarkable season in TGP2.